While there, they were awarded all superior ribbons, a stunt safe and technical excellence in basket toss, the Spirit Stake, Hockey Team Award for congeniality, a bid to nationals, and they won the most spirited at camp and top performance team. The South Falls cheerleaders are sophomore Elion Wilhite, junior Jade Magray, senior Emily Morales, senior Kai Phillips, senior captain Anita Edelman, senior captain and individual leadership award winner Sarah Burgess, senior All-American Julia Arzetti, senior Natalie Snyder, junior Kristen Pewitt, sophomore All-American Gabby Cardona, sophomore top scoring All-American Haley Sackers, sophomore Morgan Williamson. The cheerleaders are coached by Elisa Warrior and Allie Bonnick, and the administrator is Patricia Shawn. Thank you, South Falls cheerleaders. And now the 2015-2016 Langham Creek varsity cheerleaders. Senior captain Raven Boxley. Senior co-captain Tori Johnson. Junior co-captain Shanice Taylor. Senior Vishua Davis. Senior Karina Laurie. Senior Yemi Oyanuga. Junior Abby Henzelka. Junior Aaron Haven. Junior Symphony Hernandez. Junior and All-American cheerleader Aaron Knight. Junior Destiny Martinez. Junior Maddie Meese. Junior Aubrey Richard. Sophomore Caroline Hunter. Sophomore Courtney McKinney. Sophomore and All-American cheerleader Brooke Paul. Sophomore and All-American cheerleader Dylan Teeters. The mascot, junior Tate Dyer. The cheerleaders are coached by Kristen Schultz and assisted by Erica Petrie. Thank you, Lobo cheerleaders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for a moment of silence. As prior to tonight's game, we ask you to take a moment to consider in your own way the safety of the participants in this contest and for everyone's safe return home. We also pause to remember the men and women of our military forces as they presently serve our country around the world, and to those who have served in the past, if you will please, a brief moment of silence. Thank you. And now we ask that you please remain standing for the school songs. And if you're ready, the school song of South Falls, followed by the school song of Langham Creek.
Welcome to the Berry Centers. We have an exciting matchup between the Langham Creek Lobos and the Cy Falls Golden Eagles. The opener, District 17 6A play. After a little bit of a rain delay, both teams making their way out onto the field. It should be a good one as the Langham Creek Lobos trying to rebound after their opening loss to Klein Oak 45-43, a matchup at NRG Stadium. Meanwhile, Cy Falls, who's coming out of the Eagle Tunnel right now, 1-0, and they knocked off Klein in week 0, 45-21, and after an open week last week, now set to face Langham Creek. And you get this district, as I'm with Burt Brocker, Jeremy Branham. I'm happy to have you with us on Texan Live. District 17 6A, year in, year out, Burt, one of the most competitive districts in high school football in the state of Texas, certainly in the city of Houston. And you have a couple of teams today that evenly matched, and it should be a good one.
Yeah, it should. Langham Creek last year, had to run themselves. And, like you said earlier, this district is so powerful. There's 11 schools out of this district. And, week in and week out, you are fighting against competitors that want to win, that want to make it to the state championship. And last year, right here out of this district, we had a team make it all the way to the state championship. So a lot of pride, a lot of power out of right here. And looking forward to a good matchup here tonight.
It's interesting. These two teams last year they played as well the first week of district play, and they met up and they were very evenly matched. Langham Creek won 43-29. Cy Falls was actually up 39-20 with 9 minutes left before Langham Creek would go on the run and outscore Cy Falls 23-0 over those final 9 minutes. Got a 1-yard touchdown run as time expired. Could have went either way, but after that point, both the teams took two opposite directions. Langham Creek would go on to win the district. They would run the district by winning 9 games in district play, finished with an undefeated record. Cy Falls, they finished 3-6. They didn't make the playoffs, and it shows you that the margin of error in this district is not very big. The best team, middle-of-the-pack team, pretty even, and every single game in this district matters with postseason aspirations for each one of them.
Absolutely. When talking to Mr. Warkin, the AD here, and Mr. Zapata, that's what they're talking about. I mean, they really have visions of this district trying to, year in, year out, make it to the state championship, and that's what their goal is. And like you said, Cy Ranch last year ran all the way to the state championship, and that was a middle-of-the-pack team throughout the season that got hot and did what they were supposed to, knocked off an undefeated Dickinson team. We actually had that game live. And took
Color
it
Guards presenting the colors. We'll step away for the national anthem. When we come back, kickoff. It's District 17 6A action. It's Langham Creek Lobos and the Cy Falls Golden Eagles coming away next on Texan Live.
And now to honor America, under the direction of Gloria Ramirez, here is the Langham Creek Lobo Band playing our national anthem. Thank you, Color Guard. Thank you, Lobo Band. Well done.
National anthem in the books is Langham Creek and Cy Falls getting ready for action. Both teams' captains will make their way to the 50-yard line, center of the field, where they'll go over the coin toss with the officials. And boy, looking at today play out, Bert, the weather a little bit of a concern throughout the day. You had some storms throughout the area all day. On the drive here, you kind of went through some thunderstorms, and here we are scheduled to start a little bit after 7:20. And because of that, a little bit of a weather delay forcing the game to be pushed back a little bit. Looks like the coast is clear, though. Looks like we're going to get this one in.
Well, and that's a nice part about having all these turf fields, and you look around this facility, and it's unbelievable here, the Berry Center, and, it gives an opportunity for games to be played even though it rained probably a couple, 3 inches this afternoon, depending on where exactly we were at. But here we are. We're ready for Thursday night action. Fixing to start out what should be a really good game tonight.
Captains are out on the field for Cy Falls. Ozzie Wilhite, Brent Hurdle, Casey Roslini, and Orlando Cruz, the captains for Cy Falls. For Langham Creek, their 4 captains, their quarterback Paul Watson, joining him out there, the safety Micah Pryor. Also, one of the 4 is Michael Holner, and the final captain for the Lobos is Caleb Knox. As they're out there, about to go over the coin toss. Got some security out there as well, just in case. Never a bad thing to be safe. And we're in one of the most premier football facilities in all of Texas high school football, the Berry Center. We've had the opportunity to be out here a few times. Second time I've been here this season. I know you've been here quite a bit in the past, Bert. It doesn't get any nicer than the Berry Center.
No, it does not. They did not cut any corners here, and they're very proud. They're redoing their other stadium, Pridgeon, and it'll be ready for next year by my understanding. And they're adding more schools to this district, so just a lot of pride here, and very excited to be part of it, and glad we're here tonight.
Langham Creek has won the toss, and they elect to defer, so Cy Falls will be getting the football first, and they'll be going right to left as you listen and watch at home on Texan Live. Langham Creek is the home team tonight. They share the stadium. They share Pridgeon, as you mentioned. Langham Creek, you'll see them in the black tops with the red numbers and lettering, the red pants, black helmets with the Lobo logo on the helmet. Meanwhile, Cy Falls across the field from us, they're wearing the white uniforms, white tops, white pants with the forest green trim, forest green numbers, and gold trim as well. Cy Falls will be getting the football first, and we'll take a look at their offense as they'll be sitting this out there, led by quarterback Casey Roslini. Joining him in the backfield, Shannon Bonds, Desmond Height, the receivers Corey Hinkos, Austin Hibberts, and Brent Hurdle. The offensive line for Cy Falls, Orlando Cruz, Jacob Gomez, Patrick Poole, David Villalobos, and Nathan Mikulski. Cy Falls out on the field, waiting for Langham Creek to get out there. Back deep for Cy Falls. Jaquan, I think that's Jordan Pollard. And joining him out there as well is Shannon Bonds. Getting set to kick it away for Langham Creek, putting it on the tee. In between the hashes at the 40-yard line is Ryan Harwell. Harwell, the junior kicker, you'll see him punt as well as he has it teed up, and we're about ready to go on this Thursday night, the district opener in 17-6A. Harwell booting it away.
Short kick there.
So we fielded at the 18 by an up man on the far numbers, cutting inside, reaching to the 30-yard line. As fielding the return was Charles Peck on the far side of the football field. It'll be good field position for Cy Falls. 1st and 10 at the 30. As Roslini heads out, the senior quarterback who, talking with head coach Kirk Eaton early in the week, exchanging some emails with him, telling us that Roslini, a 3-year starter for his team, has been the 7-on-7 quarterback the last several years for Cy Falls. Somebody that calls every single offensive play. He's getting some looks from several universities around the nation. Davidson has an offer out to him as he comes out under center in a dual backfield. Bonds, one of the two. Roslini takes the snap, looks left, it's caught on the near side. As reeling it in is Pollard. Pollard brings it across the 35-40, and he's tackled just shy of the 45-yard line to the 44, which a pickup of 14 yards on the first down play.
Murray making the tackle there, but not until he did pick up 14, so as you said, be a 1st and 10 there.
Substitution change as Hinkos will check in. Hinkos, the receiver, who comes off the sideline, sends in the play to his quarterback, Roslini, also the backup quarterback, so he knows the playbook well. Cy Falls is huddling up as they'll have it on the near hash, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Pistol formation for Roslini. Back behind him is Vons. Roslini, the snap, handoff, fakes the handoff, drifts over the near side, throws it over the middle, it's picked off, intercepted in Langham Creek territory at the 45-yard line. It's Noah McGee with the interception. Roslini just didn't put enough on it, and McGee was there for the pick.
Yes, he was, and he actually had him open there, just a little bit underthrew that ball right there. Nice job by him of going up, catching the ball cleanly. In high school, you're down by contact, but still a nice job of securing the interception there.
It was a nice interception, and you're right, just didn't put enough on it. It looked like he was throwing off the back foot. Just didn't put enough energy, put a little mustard on it. Comes up just short. Paul Watson leads him out for the Lobos. He'll be joined in the backfield by Jalen Howard, the running back. Other starters, Hayes, Davis, McCray, the receiver, will get you the offensive line after the play. Watson and a pistol. Hands it off right up the middle. It goes to Howard. Howard right up the gut. Gets a few yards, just shy of midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on the first offensive play by the Lobos. Paul Watson last week, or 2 weeks ago in the loss to Klein Oak, was 22 of 34, threw for 335 yards. Problem, though, was he was picked off twice. Did have 2 interceptions to go along with it. 2nd and 7 at the 49. Fakes the handoff, throws it on the near side. It's caught at the 45 into Cy Falls territory. And breaking a tackle is Courtney Davis, and he drags tacklers down with him on the inside numbers to the 39-yard line before Desmond Height finally brings him down. It's a pickup of a dozen and another first down for the Lobos. First down of the night for the Lobos.
Well, and you see the field right here playing a factor. Height lost his footage right there. Very fortunate that that play didn't go for more.
Play action. Watson on a busted play. He's going to run it over to the near side. Will duck it out of bounds. Should have thrown it away. Lost about a yard or two. Let's see where they spot him. They'll spot him right at the 40-yard line. It's a loss of a yard as Watson went for the play action and turned the wrong way, or somebody ran the wrong route, as he loses a yard on the scramble over to the near side. Now they spotted on the 39. The nearest line judge had his toe on the 40, but they spotted at the 39, so it'll go down as no gain, no loss. 2nd and 10, the Cy Falls 39-yard line. Watson in the pistol. Watson draws the defense off sides, and making contact was Cordell Ahoma. On the near side, he bumped into the right tackle and gets whistled for the penalty. Offensive line for the Lobos: Tyler Keller, Chris Garcia, Kenneth Sheldon, John Paul DeVera, and Riley Cole. The defense for Cy Falls, they run a 3-4 down lineman. We mentioned Cordell Ojama just picked up that penalty. The captain, Ozzie Wilhite, Corey Tolliver down low. The linebackers, Trey Baldwin, Blake Thompson, Adi Bahakic, and Joaquin Moore. The corners, Swavon McCray, Davian Morrison, the safeties, Ricky McKnight, and Desmond Height. 2nd down and 5 at the 34-yard line. Faking the handoff is Watson. He's looking deep. He's going to throw the post route, but it's way out of the reach. The intended receiver, Courtney Davis. It was out of his reach. No chance for him to get it. It falls incomplete. In on the coverage was Desmond Height. Had an interception last week, did Height. Will have his hands full tonight with Courtney Davis. He's off to Texas A&M. There'll be a fighting Texas Aggie after this year. And last game for the Lobos, he was unconscious. 13 catches, 174 yards, and scored twice. Watson hands it off, sweeping it over to the near side, tucking it out of bounds as he gave it to Howard. Howard gets stopped by several Eagles, kind of flocking and forcing him out. The nearest player, Ojoma, who picked up that penalty a little earlier in the drive. A pickup of a yard to the 33. Sets up a 4th down and 4. 4 down territory, you got to assume, and the offense will stay on. Watson and crew looking over at the coaching staff. They have the coordinator way back on the opposite 40-yard line, all alone, so they have a clear shot at him. And everybody's not sure exactly what he sent in with the play clock at 3 seconds.
Probably going to call a timeout here.
Nope, they didn't. They're going to take the penalty. They took the delay of game. That way they can send the punt unit on. They figure they're in a spot. Don't really want to go for it. Probably too close to punt it away. Let's take the 5 yards and get a little bit more room for our punter, Ryan Harwell.
Well, that's what you'd think, but...
Well, the offense is staying on. Well, maybe they have a 4th and 9 play because they like better than their 4th and 4. So back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep, punting it away is Watson on a little pooch kick. Gets it a high end over end, bounces the 4, and will find its way into the end zone. So they kept the quarterback out there, Watson, put him in the shotgun, then backed him up at the last moment, and he punted it away. Let's keep it right here. 10 minutes left to play in the first quarter. We'd like to remind you to make history with Texan Live tomorrow night as we present the first ever Houston High School football wrap-up show on Fox Sports Southwest from 11 to midnight. Join Howard Chin, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with the Houston High School football wrap-up show. The Houston High School football wrap-up show from 11 to midnight tomorrow on Fox Sports Southwest.
Presented by TexanDrive.com.
That's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night.
Yes, it is.
All right, 10 minutes to play in the first. Here comes the Cy Falls offense once again. Roslini under center. Turns and hands it off to his fullback right up the gut as he bulldozes across the 25-yard line. Picks up a big chunk of yardage on the first down play as the handoff for Cy Falls, taking it right up the middle, was Jalen Scott. It's a nice run. Let's call it the 25. Pick up a 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5 to the 25-yard line. Roslini again under center, dual running backs behind him. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to his fullback, and hands it off.
Got an
on
edge
the
there.
Sweep over to the corner, 35-40, tries to tiptoe and stays in bounds. It's in Langham Creek territory before he's finally shoved out of bounds. That was Shannon Vaughns on the carry. As Vaughns takes it into Langham Creek territory. Let's see where they said he stepped out of bounds. Actually, they said he stepped out of bounds in his own territory. They'll mark it at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 21 yards, though, by Vaughns. Vaughns last game against Klein had 13 carries, 79 yards. Under center again, Roslini. There's 9:11, clock frozen. And quarter number 1. Again, sweep near side this time. It goes to Vaughns. Vaughns gets it across the 50.
Breaking
Still on his
tackles.
feet as he breaks several Lobo defenders across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line in Lobo territory. It's a pickup of 9. It'll be just shy of the first down.
And Cook probably saved a touchdown right there. He actually had broken through about 4 or 5 tackles there and had a lane to the end zone. And Cook did a nice job of stopping him there from going the distance.
Cy Falls a little more methodical with their offense. They huddled up. They take their time getting to the line. They like to work the clock a little bit. Against Roslini in the gun. One receiver split out to the near side. Pitch it over to Vaughns. Actually, that's Height this time. Height bounces out to the right side. Will tuck it out of bounds around the 42-yard line. That's good, though, for the first down. And he'll move the chains with a pickup of 2. .822.
A lot of substitutions right here by the defense.
Roslini over there on the outside numbers with 19 on the play clock, waiting to get the play. They send in another receiver to bring it in. It's Brent Hurdle. Hurdle had a good game last week. He actually rushed the ball a dozen times last week out of the receiver spot. End rounds, things of that nature.
Eglinton checking in there on the defense.
First and 10 at the Langham 43. Handoff goes up the middle. Scott with it. Scott to the 40-yard line. That was Vaughns again, rather. Vaughns taking it up the middle as he picks up a gain of 3. Salazar
there
stop,
on the tackle, yep.
Great minds think alike. 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. We're still scoreless out at the Berry Center after about a 20-minute weather delay. Getting this one kicked off in the District 17 6A opener. Roslini in the gun. He has Vaughns behind him. Fullback split over to the right side. Quick pass over to the right side. It's reeled in across the 35, just shy of the first down markers. They're going to spot this one at the 34-yard line. Joran Pollard was there with the reception, and he was forced out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's pick up 6.
Gain of 6 on the play. It is 3rd and 1 from the 34.
7:38.
Yeah, McGee did a nice job right there getting off the block and making that tackle to actually hold him 2 yards short.
3rd and 2. Handoff goes up the middle. It's Vaughns. Vaughns looks like he has just enough for the first down as he got tripped up by part of the pile. Couldn't tell who got the hand in, but he gets to the 32-yard line, and that's good for the first down.
Looked like Salazar there again on the tackle. There was a host of Lobos there.
Under 7.5 minutes to play in the first. This drive started with 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. They've had it for just over 2.5 minutes. Another first down, 1st and 10 coming up. Ball at the Langham Creek 32 on the far hash. Roslini hands it off. It goes up the middle. It's Vons with it. He's dragging tacklers down across the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Leading that pile was Demas Franco for the Lobos. Pickup of 3 yards on the play. Another sub coming in. That's how they do it. They have receivers sub in and out for one another. Bring in the play to the quarterback, Roslini. Roslini getting under center. 2 receivers split out to the right side. 2nd down and 7 at the Lobo 29. Turning it, handing it off. It's Scott up the middle. Scott across the 20-yard line, tripped up at the 18. And it's a pickup of 11 yards. And again, the Eagles, another first down.
A nice job by the offensive line there, clearing a hole and giving him a lane to run through there. And more importantly, him turning it up, finding one hole, making a quick north-south run there. And in high school, that's something you like to see. You like to see kids that, you know, run downhill. And a nice job by him there, picking up big yards.
Leading again. Under 6 minutes to play in the first. Draws the defense offside. He's going to hand it off on the sweep over to the near side across the 15-yard line. Again, a big pile having to bring down the ball carrier for Cy Falls. That's been the one trend earlier, Bert, is that it's tough to bring down whoever has the football, in this case Shannon Vons, of this Golden Eagle offense.
It looked like we thought they might have got offside there, but it doesn't see any laundry on the field, so it's actually going to. Well, wait a minute. What are we talking about here?
They're pointing Cy Falls' way. It looks like there's not. You're right. There's not a flag on the play. There's not a flag on the field. It certainly looked like there should have been, and it looks like the conversation might be. Oh, there is a flag down. You can't see it. It's on the 20-yard line. On the actual. It was on the sideline where he was blending in. It was camouflaged in. So I'm sure they'll take the penalty. They'd rather have it 1st and 5 than 2nd and 4. So they'll take the penalty, and it will be 1st and 5 at the Lobo 13-yard line. 5:35 and counting down. Thursday night football on Texan Live. Watching this one. Happy to have you with us, and we have a lot of games coming up tomorrow as well. Handoff, fullback Scott up the gut. Scott, it takes about 4 or 5 to bring him down. And he's still fighting after he's down. It's not much of a gain of the 11, pickup of 2. It took more Lobos than he got yards. As Michael Horner, the linebacker, leading the charge for Langham Creek.
But once again, you said the key word. It's taking more than one person to bring them down right now, and that's that north-south running.
You know, this Lobo offense, too, is high octane, and when you have drives this long, keeping them off the field is the best defense you could possibly have. 4:45 to play in the first, counting down. 2nd and 3 at the Lobo 11. Under center, handing it off on the sweep to Vons. Vons running it over right side, lunges across the 10 and falls forward to the 9-yard line.
Horner again in there, right there.
Had his name called on back-to-back plays. Perhaps he's trying to put the team on his back. The defense say, all right, no more of this. To pick up of 2, and it's 3rd and short.
Big play for the defense right here on the Lobos side. Try to get a stop here and have this long drive turn into just a field goal opportunity. So
3rd and 1 at the Lobo 9. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. There's Leaney. Under center, ball on the far hash. Takes the snap, pitches it over to Vons. Vons has room, makes a man miss. Lunging forward and has the end zone. What a run by Shannon Vons. He takes it off, tackle to the right side, darts it back in, and he finds the end zone from 9 yards out. And Cy Falls has the early lead, 6-0.
And nice block downfield by his receiver there to give him an opportunity to only have one man to beat and get in the end zone there. So nice drive right there. Very, very impressive.
Well, they come out for the extra point. They line up in the extra point formation. Now they're going to split everybody out wide towards the swinging gate. And now they'll bring everybody back inside. And Robert Barbie is on to attempt the extra point. The holder is the quarterback, Rose leading. 2 seconds on the play clock. They get it off. Good snap, good hold. The kick is on its way. It is through. And Cy Falls with the early lead. 7-0, 3:49 left to play on the first quarter. Langham Creek gets the football, and we come back on Texan Live.